Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm painting a portrait of my friend Charlie Pickard's art studio, which is now called Spectrum Art School, and it's in Crystal Palace. We studied together at Alla, which was an art atelier teaching classical painting and drawing techniques in London, and he now teaches full-time at his art school, and he's painting on my right hand side. He definitely has his own style in the way that he applies the paint, and the colour decisions that he makes as well are quite interesting, so I would say do keep an eye on his painting, as I'm sure you'll learn something from that as well. However, in this voiceover I'm just going to be describing my process. I've started the painting with the undersketch in raw umber, just sketching in the general proportions of the face and a few sections where I'm going to place the darkest shadows. I'm going in with this shadow colour for the background, where the model's head is casting a shadow against this lavender coloured drapery which is behind her, and then I fill the whole background in, and this helps me see the overall shape of the portrait and the hair a bit clearer, and it also gives me a colour relationship to work with, as I can now relate the colours in the face when I paint them to the colours in the background. Here I'm painting the darkest darks which are in the model's hair, and it's good to paint the darks in early on, as you can relate the other values to these, and by knowing that this section is the darkest section, it will prevent me from painting other sections too dark in relation to this. I also like to keep the dark sections of paint quite thin and build the paint up in the lights, and this is a very classical way of painting. If you look at Rembrandt, would use this approach of thin shadows and thick lights. That's not to say you can't go thick in the shadows. I know Singer Sargent, who is a really masterful painter, I've looked at some of his paintings up close, and sometimes he does actually build the paint up in the shadows as well. However, it generally leaves a nice realistic effect if you can keep the shadows thin and build the lights a bit thicker. As I paint the face and the general flesh tones around the face, the neck and the ear, I'm keeping these all grouped into the same value range, so if you were to put the painting into black and white, they would all look the same. However, I am paying very close attention to the colour and temperature shifts. So some sections like the ear is a lot warmer, also the cheek is a lot warmer, and other areas there are slightly different colours in the flesh, which I'm trying to pick out very subtly without changing the tonal value of the paint, and just letting these colour shifts create that realistic flesh and skin like appearance without over modelling any of the features. When I paint the hair, I make certain that I paint a soft half tone going from the dark sections into the lighter sections, and then on top of this I will then paint the highlight using a cooler colour where I've added more titanium white and a bit of ultramarine blue to give that really nice shine to the model's hair. One thing I like about this composition is how the model's jumper is very similar in hue and value, in fact, to this lavender background, and this was a complete coincidence. We were trying to pick what background drapery would look best, and then we saw the model had this nice lavender coloured jumper, and it works really nice as it gives the painting a colour harmony, as it's all in that sort of purple, light blue, light pink colour range. And there's no colours which create a clash with this colour scheme. I hope you enjoyed that video of me painting, and also watching my friend Charlie paint in the background. I've attached links to his Instagram and also a Google link to his art school if you're interested in learning how to draw and paint from life. then I'd say send him a message. And I've also attached the final image of his painting, and you can see that even though we studied together in the same art school, we have the same fundamental knowledge about painting and drawing. We have the same teachers, and in this case we're painting the same model from pretty much the same angle. Our style is quite different, and that just goes to show how art is a way of expressing yourself. And just like with handwriting, everybody will find their own style. Everyone has their own unique way of doing things, and that's one of the beauties of art, is you could get a whole group of artists painting the same subject matter in a highly sophisticated, accurate way. However, the painting done by each artist would look different, and there's just so many ways that you can interpret nature. There's so many different things that you can focus on, and every artist will focus on slightly different things, and that will show through in the artist's work. If you enjoyed that video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.